So far we have completed the first, second and the third units. Now we'll move on to the another unit is the industrial products. So under industrial products we have the alcohols, that is the ethyl alcohol. It is the industrial alcohol. So what do you learn of knowing this topic is to know the different industrial products, to understand the industrially important microorganisms, and to know the commercial production of the alcohols. So ethyl alcohol is the most common solvent and it's a raw material. This is next to water and is used in laboratory and chemical industry. Much of this alcohol is obtained synthetically from ethylene. However, its production from microbial fermentation using variety of cheap sugary substrates is still commercially important. It is imperative that the microorganisms used must have a high tolerance for alcohol, must grow vigorously, and produce a large quantity of alcohol. So yeast, particularly Saccharomyces cerevisiae, represent the best known organism used in the production of ethyl alcohol. Some of the inexpensive substrates used in alcohol industry are molasses from cane sugar or waste sulfite liquor from paper industry. Starch yielding grams, that is the corn, potatoes, grapes may also be used as substrate if their price permit. Some countries use sugar beet for this purpose. Let us see the first reaction of it. The chemical reaction that results in the microbial fermentation of carbohydrate into alcohol can be represented as follows. You see, glucose, which is a fermentable carbohydrate, is converted with the ethyl alcohol with a yeast enzyme. So commercial production using molasses as a raw material. This molasses contains about 50% fermentable carbohydrates, that is the sugars. Here, a big deep tanks of steel or stainless steel are used as containers in the industrial production of this method. Molasses is first diluted to a suitable sugar concentration, that is the 15 to 16%. A small quantity of nitrogen source and sulfuric acid also added in it. So what can be the nitrogen sources here? Can be ammonium phosphate, urea, or the ammonium sulfate, and the sulfuric acid is added to it. pH of this medium is maintained at about 5.0, that is the acidic pH, and an actively growing Saccharomyces cerevisiae culture is added in it. Now the fermentation starts and is allowed to proceed for about 24 to 40 hours at about 25 to 30 degrees centigrade temperature. Now the fermented medium is then distilled and this is passed through rectifying columns to obtain the ethyl alcohol. The yield of ethyl alcohol ranges about 50% of the fermentable sugar concentration present in the medium. You can see in the flow chart here molasses, and it is put into the fermenter, then it is distilled and you see the ethyl alcohol. These are the steps in the manufacture of the ethyl alcohol using the molasses as a fermentation substrate. And the yeast, as we said, it is a Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And now here the large amount of carbon dioxide which is produced during the fermentation process as a result of decarboxylation is recovered and compressed to its solid state. The yeast recovered is usually used as an animal feed. So here you see these are the steps in the manufacture of ethyl alcohol using the starch as a raw material. First we saw using the steps in the manufacture of ethyl alcohol using the molasses as a fermentation substrate. Here we are using the starch as a raw material. As I said earlier, the starch sources are the corn, and the corn is grinded and is cooked well, and here wort, that is the sugars. So barley malt, mold or the acidified material. Now it is put into the wort sugars put into the fermenter, and it is distilled and ethyl alcohol is produced. As we know, the yeast which is used here is the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and we told sulfuric acid also is added, and the nitrogen source is the urea, ammonium sulfate, etc. So commercial production of using a raw material. So when starch such as corn are used as the raw material, they have first to be hydrolyzed to release simple fermentable sugars. The hydrolysis can be accomplished with enzymes from barley, malt or molds, or by heat treatment of an acidified material. After the simple fermentable sugars are obtained, the fermentation process proceeds similarly to that of the molasses. Now you can see in this picture the commercial production of alcohol from molasses. Here you see, so first one is this is the molasses tank, and next you have a overhead tank, and you have here is the diluter, and here this is the yeast cells where you put it, and this is the bulk tank, and here is the fermenter. This is the fermenter, and we told that it can be heat can be used. So this is the heat exchanger, and here it is, this tank is the analyzer, and this is the rectifier, and next you have to cool it, and next is the production of ethyl alcohol. Then produced one, you fused oil and you separate it. So these are the major things which are involved in the commercial production of the alcohol from molasses. So we have seen the industrial ethyl alcohol from the commercial production using the molasses as a raw material, and next we have taken the how it is, the steps involved in the ethyl alcohol using molasses, the fermentation substrate. Next, manufacture of ethyl alcohol using starch as a raw material, and the commercial production using as a starch as a raw material. So these are the different commercial production of alcohol. And next we'll move on to